I'm going to share with you three biggest middle class money traps you should avoid if you don't want to stay poor for the rest of your life. I'm not kidding. Poverty has a lot to do with how you spend or invest your money. I want to give you some real examples to let you understand what to do to avoid these money traps. And not only, I want to provide you with some simple suggestions to fix these problems. My recommendation is to watch this video till the end because it prevents you from losing your money. And let me make this statement. The middle class will expire very soon. It's not my personal opinion, but a clear and defined concept that the famous Robert Kiyosaki underlined in his bestseller book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 25 years ago. If you haven't read that book yet, I highly recommend reading it as soon as possible. My name is Max Cecco and I help you become a high-paid infopreneur by sharing my 12-year knowledge and experience helping professionals and small business owners create their personal brand online and sell information products and services. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you subscribe right now and turn the notification on. If you tap on the like button, you will contribute to spreading my message to people like you. So thank you. Before sharing these three biggest money traps, let me explain why you should seriously consider becoming an entrepreneur and absolutely skip the self-employed status. The gap between rich people and poor people is increasing. And I have been working with professionals since 2009 and I have seen lots of changes. Today I can affirm that most of them have money problems due to different reasons that I will explain in the next 2 minutes. Self-employed people can potentially earn lots of money, but there are some big problems to face. First of all, self-employed people earn money based on how many hours they work. Even if a professional is paid $100 per hour, and let's suppose he works effectively 6 hours per day, his gross revenue is $600 a day. If he stops working, he stops earning money. But there is another problem. He has to pay taxes, lots of taxes based on his income. All the money he earns goes direct to him personally, and you need to know that the income a person receives is the most taxed. This is why I encourage you to be an entrepreneur, because it is where things change entirely. With that said, let me introduce the first middle-class money trap. I want to make real examples, considering a middle-class man named Luca, who made all the mistakes I'll share with you. Just to let you know, Luca is a middle-class man with a monthly salary close to $20,000. On the flip side, he always has money problems for these reasons. Money trap number 1. Expensive purchases. Luca is used to buying luxury things, most often things he doesn't care about too much, but he wants to impress others with his lifestyle. Luca has a collection of 5 Rolex Daytona, and I want to be honest, I love them, they are so beautiful. Then Luca has a Porsche Cayenne, which is extremely expensive to sustain on a monthly basis. Luca has an incredible house that is paying in monthly installments since he has a home loan for the next 20 years. Luca is married and even his spouse likes buying luxury things. Luca has a daughter and he is financing her private school plus all her expensive hobbies. In other words, with a monthly income of $20,000, Luca is not capable of saving almost anything because his expenses are incredibly high. Luca is in danger every month because his income is not enough to sustain his lifestyle. If something bad happens to Luca, for any reason, his family will be instantly in trouble. Based on this first money trap, what can Luca do to fix his situation? Obviously, there are multiple solutions at his disposal, but I want to share with you what I would do if I were in his position. I want to be direct to the point. Number 1. Sell the house and buy a small one or a beautiful, comfortable apartment without any loan if possible. Indeed, the house you are living is not an asset but a liability. Number 2. Sell this fucking Porsche Cayenne and buy another beautiful car with lower costs. And number 3. Avoid buying too many luxury things that are not so necessary for living. And number 4. Saving minimum half his monthly income to have money to invest. Very good. We have just analyzed the first money trap. Let's switch to the second one. Money trap number 2. Do not invest money. I made this mistake a long time ago. Let me explain better what I mean. Before becoming an infopreneur, I was self-employed. I mean, say that I worked alone, without any collaborator, any business partner, and my mind was focused on being self-employed. My biggest mistake was not investing the hard-earned money, but just putting it into a savings account. What a mistake! Indeed, you have to know that we all have an invisible tax named inflation that erodes our money daily. If your primary focus is to save money, keep in mind that you are losing money daily. Normally, the middle class doesn't invest money, or the worst case scenario, the middle class gives their savings to the wrong people. Why am I telling you this? Because I made all these mistakes and I have lost 90% of my money. The question is, why does not the middle class invest money? Because most often they don't think about investing money, or they don't know how to invest money. Investing money is not so easy, and you need to study different investment opportunities such as stocks, real estate, cryptocurrencies, new businesses, NFTs, and so on. It requires knowledge. And even when you have knowledge, your money is at risk. But investment is the only way to produce the famous passive income and to multiply your hard-earned money to finance your lifestyle. Money trap number 3. Too many loans. It's true. The middle class is used to taking loans for everything. They buy a luxury car they can afford with a loan. They buy their super fucking big house with an expensive loan. A loan is part of their way of thinking. To be honest, I met many people, even ordinary people, who are very confident with taking loans for everything, even for buying the latest iPhone model to impress others. Do you understand how dumb this behavior is? Do you really need to put yourself in financial trouble only to impress others? This is the most stupid thing you can do to ruin your life. Do not spend money you don't have. Do not take loans to buy stupid things. Do not buy a fancy car by taking a loan, especially if you are very young. In my personal opinion, the solution is simple. Live below your means and invest all the money to grow your financial education, even if you don't decide to become an entrepreneur. You can even make good money with your job, but the most important thing you need to learn is how to invest your money to sustain your lifestyle. I have another important consideration for you. Money comes and goes. Do not be too attached to money, otherwise you can't increase your income. Another lesson that I learned in investing money is this one. To earn lots of money, be ready to lose money in the short term. Every improvement involves a loss based on how significant this improvement will be. Keep it in mind. I have another crucial tip to share with you that you will love the most, but before, let's do a brief recap of the 3 biggest middle-class money traps you should avoid. Money trap number 1, expensive purchases. Money trap number 2, do not invest money. Money trap number 3, too many loans. The next tip is this one. Start learning the truth about passive income to sustain your lifestyle. You absolutely have to watch this video. Passive income business ideas in 2022 you are not expecting. Every improvement starts with the proper knowledge. In this video, I shared 6 authentic and valid passive income ideas. The last 2 are valuable even for beginners. Watch it now!